Yo, guys, what's going on? LuckyRave is back again to give you guys my live stream discussion slash review on Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest, episode 22. Now, I do want to preference something. My voice is a little sore right now, so if something about my voice seems a little off. It's just been like that throughout the week, so that's mostly why I didn't jump on to do the stream on Tuesdays or Thursdays, depending on because here's the deal: when it's a work week, y'all know worst case scenario I have to push it off until Saturday. But also, I wanted to try getting it actually out on Thursday, but again, my throat's just been sore and I felt better today. I feel much better today, honestly, but it's still kind of there. And given that, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and just dive right into episode 22 because tomorrow episode 23 drops. And I'm not sure if y'all guys are in the loop, but I've already known about this for a while. 100 Years Quest will be ending in 3 episodes. At least the first season will. And that to me, I'm still just like, wow. Again, and I've said this for weeks, but it just felt like yesterday when the anime debuted. It felt just like, you know, July when this whole anime started off. And now we're here, about to witness the last few episodes of season 1. That's just kind of crazy to think about. But given that, let's now, all that said, dive right into episode 22, The Demon's Parade. And I do want to preference this. What we cover in this week's episode, very similar to last week, 5 chapters. Kind of nuts, actually, when you think about it, but we're going to go through them, okay? So, chapter 75 is titled Memories of Water. And you've got this nice, beautiful cover page of Lucy and Aquarius. Lucy kind of all drenched, and Aquarius being all super cheeky about it. But regardless, Aquarius is there, nods like Aquarius. Lucy's like, huh? And Selene's like, well, now, what's this? Oh, yeah, that girl can control yokai too. And Yoko's like, that's not a yokai. 1 man for 2 women? A true battlefield. Guess celestial spirits can manifest even without the keys in this world. Oh, yeah. This is between Natsu and Horus, by the way. And the Horus anyway, stand back, Natsu. I know how to handle this one. And Lucy's just handle. You talk a big game, Aquarius. And Aquarius is like, by the way, why aren't you wearing any clothes? You think that'll help you to land a man or something? And Lucy's like, oh, be quiet. I've had it up to here with you. Be quiet. You be quiet, you little brat. And Aquarius doing what Aquarius does best, right? Pulling out her tug of water, by the way, and creating a huge, huge tidal wave, okay? Engulfing Natsu. So, by handle, she meant overpower. I like it a lot. I don't see that. Yeah, this part here, this little line of dialogue, then this frame too. I think that was omitted from the episode, which, I mean, look, I get it. When you're adapting 5 chapters into a single episode, you do have to cut corners somewhere. You see Lucy, she's unfazed. She's like, sorry, but water magic can't hurt me in this form. You're helpless against me. And Aquarius being like, I seem to remember spanking you when you were naughty, but it doesn't look like you have a tush right now. So, your cheek will just have to do. And she slaps Lucy. Lucy's like, well, what do you think you're doing? You think you can beat me? Try again. And again, this is super pun intended. In 100 years, and she's like, Lucy's thrown a little off guard. Keep in mind, this is still Lucy in yokai form. And Aquarius just embraces her. Let me go. Remember, Lucy, you're a wizard of fairy tale. Have you even forgotten Natsu? And Selene's just like, I knew it would come to that. Fear not, Selene. That sort of thing can't break my yokai heart. And again, Aquarius is like just still like holding on to her. This water flow, I've seen it before. And this is actually Lucy just saying it. And she's like, my water is a stream of memories. You felt this before, haven't you? This water of memories. And she thinks back to her time with Aquarius, especially when she was like a little kid, the first meeting. Um, yeah, like basically like almost every time she summoned Aquarius, like she's thinking about it, and even like the end of Alvarez too. Like, I'll find you. You're my best friend. Have you even forgotten about your bond with me? And again, getting the flashbacks to Tartarus too. That shit. Oh my god, like that hit deep. Lucy's in tears. Not just Lucy's name. Yoko was still kind of shocked, like, oh, what? Excuse me? What do you mean? You are Lucy, and Lucy's like, I am, and we're friends, right? We are. I'm so sorry. I know, there's a good girl, but I do have to punish you. Go back to normal, you moron. And as soon as that happens, again, Natsu in shock, and same thing with Selene's goons. And Selene's the only one who's kind of like, that's interesting right there. That's an interesting turn of events, if I do say so myself. But you see what happens? Um, Lucy's on the ground. Her legs go back to normal. What? Why are my cheeks and butt kind of sore? Huh? Aquarius, she's back. That's what happy. That's not happy. That's what Natsu says so happily. And Yoko's still like, no, it can't be. Natsu, what's going on here? Doesn't really matter. Point is, here we don't need contracts or keys or anything. So how about we cut loose together for the first time in a while, eh, Lucy? And Lucy's just so happy. She's like, yeah, I like that. Hooray! I get to see Aquarius again, even if I don't really understand why. And Aquarius is like, but back up. Like, give me some space. And Nods is like, hold up. Weren't you all over her just a second ago? Just make up your mind. And Aquarius is like, yo, shut up. Anyway, thanks, Aquarius. You really saved us. Yeah, great. We better get the situation under control. You're right. Gray must be around here somewhere, too. And Yoko still actually, yeah, we don't see any of the stuff here, but after that, um memories, connections, and emotions. Like you see a Selene thing. Sometimes these can indeed surpass magic in the yokai arts. Most intriguing. To which we cut back over to Gray and the Tiger Cats. Yeah, that's what they are right now. We got the tigers here, freaking Happy and Carla growling towards Gray, about to tag him, and Wendy, Neko Wendy, by the way, to be more specific. Go take him down, Gray. Meow can do it. And Gray's like, yeah, Happy, Carla, sorry, but both of you look just like tigers now. Freeze right there. It can be. I freeze them. Too bad for you. I wonder. Honestly speaking, I am curious how the dub's gonna handle this. The dub has my curiosity for the scene. It's like, too bad for you. I hope. I hope that's some kind of voice Happy has. And you got Wendy saying, your ice is useless against spirit power. I'm so real sorry about that, meow. And like, that's actually where you end off chapter 75. But of course, in terms of the episode, we just continue on to chapter 76, which is called Dance of the Twin Tigers. So you've got the two tigers there. And when you start singing, Happy Carla, meow under him. So my ice doesn't work. Like, what am I supposed to do? Okay, I'd hate to hit a small fuzzy animal, but you guys are big fuzzy animals now. Here comes the beatdown. And then you see what happens. They're about to go in for the attack. Gray's getting ready, by the way. And for a split second, he had all that talk. Okay? My man had all this talk. 2 seconds later, starts seeing envisioning them as like how they were. He's like, ah, dang, I can't do it. You mustn't be mean to Happy and Carla. You okay? And then as soon as that happens, okay, like Gray, at first I was like, dude, this is gonna be pretty cool. And Gray chickens out. And I'm like, bro. And to be fair, this is from the manga too. So I was still kind of just like, my guy, you were right there. Okay? Like, yeah, I get it. They're your bros, they're your peeps. Okay? They're your squad. But you said it yourself. They're big and fuzzy. You could take care of them right now. And thank God Natsu stepped in when he did, because could you imagine what the situation would have been like if it didn't come to that? So again, a little bit of a downer on Gray's part. I'm gonna be perfectly real here. And as soon as that happens, like Natsu steps in, he punches him. He's like, "You okay, Gray? Those are Happy and Carla." Like, to be fair, Natsu didn't realize who they were. So points for Natsu, but at the same time, it's like, okay, cut him some slack. He didn't know. And Wendy is like, oh, in tears. Say what? Happy and Carla. And Aquarius is like, those two are obviously tigers. Lucy and Aquarius? Details later. I'm gonna get the cats and the shrimp back to normal. But how? Okay, I'm gonna be for real. I almost went with this panel right here, okay? With Aquarius like holding on to Wendy's cheeks and like getting the water. Like I really considered going for that one. But the Lucy and Aquarius one just like really hit deeper for me. So I was also like, okay, I'm gonna go for that one. But this one here, I was like, dude. Like, I know Aquarius is always gonna have a devious side to her, but this is like front and center, and you're seeing exactly what she's doing. And Nas is like, "What are you doing to Wendy? Yeah, you stinking shut up and watch." And like she's like pouring like water, like well, she calls it poison, but she pours something down like Wendy's throat. Okay, and Lucy's like, "I get it. Aquarius's water must have functioned like healing water." And like, well, what's this Neo gave me? And so Wendy's confused. She's like, wait, what is this? And again, this is what I mean by Aquarius being devious. Okay, she's like, it's poison, and Natsu and Gray. Y'all should know Aquarius. Okay, they're both just like, what? This water will attack and destroy all cells in your body, killing you. But how can you do that? Just be quiet and let me work. Too bad for me, yeah. With my magic, I can recover perfectly from any status ailment. Oh? And as soon as that happens, that's when you have Aquarius smirking, and you've got the boys just all worried, like, hurry up and do it, Wendy. Rise. And as soon as that happens, Wendy goes back to normal. She's like, huh? What? Her transformation into yokai was kind of a status ailment. So when she cast her recovery magic on herself, uh, looks like you're back to normal. It wasn't poison anyway. It was just ordinary water. What? Again, Yoko just shocked. Celine's just like, I wonder. And then you have this exchange between brothers and sisters, between like two brothers and a sister, okay? Like Happy embraces Wendy. She's like Wendy, and like you have Gray doing the same thing, just like patting her on the head. Hurry up and help the cats too. Right, though I don't quite get it. See what happens. So and this is quick. So Happy and Carl go back to their forms, like with these. So we were under someone else's control, and we were giant tigers. I'm getting kind of feeling real embarrassed about what happened with myself, is what Wendy says. And you have this funny scene here with Aquarius being like, "Oh, you're fine. This girl was going around with her boobs hanging out, and she's still alive." What? No way. And Nas is like, "Yep," and smush my face right into them. Ah! That leaves Urza, plus Toka and the others. I don't know about Toka, but Urza was with us, and Tabby's like, Does that mean she's a yokai now too? Don't say something so awful. Yoko, this banquet is getting less interesting by the minute. Put your mind at ease, Selene. For this is where the real show begins. My yokai arts have strengthened the Scarlet Fighter. She is now, and they're like, wait, what? They're like, you hear this trembling going on? It's a yokai. The Spider Woman. Urza! First a snake, a cat, now a spider. This is bad if Urza's strength is enhanced. You see what happens. Wendy steps right up, leave this to me, rise. And so, here's the thing. Urza got, like, dusted real easy, okay? And I would have figured in terms of the anime, they would have probably elevated that just a little bit, but as far as the manga goes, yeah, like there wasn't really much of an extension of that, technically. Like that's the thing. Like, there's not too much when it comes to like I would have figured that maybe they could have thrown in for like a moment to show them taking on Urza and Wendy obviously getting the finishing blow. Like that's something I think would have really benefited her. But I mean, it is a point for point adaptation. So like again, like I said, Urza shows up and she gets like taken out like that. So I mean, it is a weak point for sure. Happy, I'm said happy, but Natsu and Gray are just relieved that she's okay. Same thing goes there. And Celine's like, I'm bored. Like, it's not warped enough. I can hardly even drink my wine like this. Go personally and can make sure I'm entertained. And Yoko's like, well, okay. Then we cut over to Toka and Ferris. And Toka's like, is this Whiteout Village? But this doesn't make any sense. It's like no one's here. And as soon as they go further in, they realize, oh my god, the village is destroyed. And someone's there. And and by the way, this is actually where chapter 76 ends. But this leads us into chapter 77 called the Whiteout Village. And the person we see is Suzaku. Okay, this samurai is one word to describe him. Yeah, samurai, Ronin, around there. I mean, we've seen him technically. Like he was introduced a little earlier. Um, Part of Diablos. Did you do this? This is awful, untrue. But I was just passing through. That can't simply be. And no one simply just passes through this deep in the mountains. That's what Ferris claims. So this person has earthling magic. They're not from Ellen. True. However, I have become lost. It's not my way to cut down girls like this. It was I who summoned you, Suzaku. And Ferris is like, wait, Chief of the White Shrine Maidens? You're safe? Yes, and a pleasure it is to see you back, Ferris. Are you hurt? See for yourself. Every single person who lies on the field before you is fingernail dirt. Every single person from our village is safe. Fingernail dirt. Mysterious. And that's Suzaku talking. They're monsters born from a head. They only look like people. And Suzaku's like, more mysterious still. And again, the chief says, it's been decades since a hand last produced fingernail dirt. It only goes to show how unstable Elantier's magic has become. You're right. They're all fingernail dirt. Filthy. This is yet another effect of the dragon, Selene, taking up residence in our world. Selene. Hence why we summoned a dragon hunting specialist from Earthland, the handsomest one we could find. Most troublesome, is what Suzaku says. So I am to be your hired gun to defeat Selene, regardless of my own violation of the matter. And Toka's like, so you dragged him here? Suzaku, are you confident in dragon hunting abilities? And he's like, of course. And Farrah says, I like to see if I've got things. Okay, I like to see if I've got things straight, and tell you what's happened to us as well. And you say It is because of Selene that this world of magic has become unstable. Is that not so? It is if Selene not defeated, elementary magic will go berserk, and this world may disappear. And Suzaku's like, then I consent. I have no objection to striking down Selene. However, this fairy tale you spoke of in your own tale. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this, but Farrah's looking so beautiful with the garbs on. I just want to say that right now. That kimono she's wearing, beautiful. It's beautiful. They are enemies in the eyes of my guild. They are enemies. And Toke's like, but they're not bad people. In fact, they're wonderful. Ferris is like, but couldn't you just help us somehow? And of course, Suzaku's like, most troubles. Don't worry. They're in the way. Just chop them up on your way to Selene. And Ferris is like, no, don't do that. Maiden, terrible news. A second wave of fingernail dirt. They're huge. What? And dude, these guys looking a little big. I'll be real here. Big old ants, if I should be 100% with you. Weapons at the ready, people. We must protect the village. Suzaku, I beg your assistance in this battle. And he's like, I decline. Huh? What? And he says he declined. But within seconds, these fingernail turds destroyed. They're all kind of shocked by this. Because I've already dealt with the matter. They're like, huh? But how? I've never seen him even take a step. Now, where is Selene? At Black Moon Mountain. Or so I've heard. Understood. I'll strike the dragon down. Yes. And if they stand in my way, Fairy Tale will as well. Cut back to Black Moon Mountain. We see Urza. And Urza's like, wait, a spider? Me? I was a cat monster. And Carla and I were tigers. And why should you sound so happy about it? That's what Carla says to Happy. And Aquarius is like, and this girl, her boobs are right. And Lucy feeling so embarrassed. Just like, will you quit it out already? I would have liked to see Natsu and Graham's monsters. And you see Natsu being so cheerful and happy. He's like, I would have been a dragon candle. And Lucy's like, that's lame. Come on, don't be that ridiculous now. Really, like that is what you would have wanted to be. And Gray just gets straight to the point. Anyway, I guess this is where Selene's hiding. Looks like the foot of a mountain. Well, what do you want to do? And Natsu says, go up there and beat the stuffing out of her. That's what. And Aquarius says, no, this bunch uses unusual arts. It's not even magic. And Wendy says we need a plan, or we got no chance. I say we fall back and gather our wits. You thought you could get away. And again, this is the part where Yoko shows up. The moonlit divinity, Yoko, shall turn you into uglier yokai this time. That's her. I never let the same opponent beat me twice. That's between Wendy and Urza, by the way. Aquarius says, so she's the one who turned them into monsters. And Lucy's like, at least make me a yokai. A yokai that has clothes on. That's kind of funny. Lucy's not even saying, don't turn me into a yokai. She's like, hey, if you're going to turn me into one of those, give me some freaking clothes. Please. I like how that's the thing that's on her mind. Her magic power, it's weird. Like that snow woman. It's spirit power. It's different from magic. And Wendy, this is Wendy talking, by the way. She says, okay, I'm going to give you guys the ability to be able to take her on with spirit is. So, with that, we should be able to take her on, and we won't be turned into yokai. And Yoko's like, looks like you still don't understand. The true terror of the Demon's Parade begins now. And you're seeing all these yokai that she has assembled with her. And keep it in mind, this is the end of chapter 77. So getting this part here had me thinking, whoa, we are about to see something real cool. Real cool here. Then you get to chapter 78, and it is titled The Demon's Parade. The actual title of the episode, too. So you see what happens. Now the Demon's Parade begins. Eat 'em up. Is this summoning magic? But wouldn't it be a summoning spirit art? There's so many of them, and they just keep coming. That's between Lucy, Wendy, Gray, and Urza. And Carla's like, they'll have us surrounded at this rate. The Nazi, what do we do? Isn't it obvious? We beat them all up. And Yoko's like, that's not possible. Bring it on. And like I said, they're all going right in. Natsu, Gray, Urza, Wendy, Aquarius, Lucy, like Aquametria, Sky Dragon Wings Attack, Natsu going on with the Fire Dragon more. Like, he's doing everything. Heaven's Wheel, Bowman Plat. That's what Urza does. Okay, I'm sorry. Not Fire Dragon Roar. He says Fire Dragon King's Demolition Strike, which is really amazing. Not even upfront with you. They're spawning faster than you can eliminate them. So Yoko's just bringing people in. Okay, she's going overtime on this. She's like, okay, I'm gonna keep doing this. Have me still freaking out. Witness the Demon's Parade, the unlimited spirit art. An ordinary parade might not end, but not this one. I can call forth a limitless number of yokai. It's never going to end. Our only hope is to increase our numbers too. Lucy, and this is Aquarius telling her, summon all celestial spirit keys. Like you have keys for each of them, but I can't do that. Here you don't need as keys or magic, just power or magic power to call the spirits. Hey, you're right. Then let's have ourselves a party. Open all 12 gates of the spirit keys. Okay, so she summons everybody. Okay, this is actually really, really badass. Because I personally, I don't think we've ever seen all of them be summoned by Lucy. So this is really, really cool. Seeing all the spirits here, awesome. Now we're talking. Very encouraging. All right, let's go. And you see Aquarius and Scorpio teaming up. This is really nice. Okay. Of course, you got Gemini there. Sagittarius is there. Same with Cancer. Loki's there. Taurus is there. And then Lucy going in with the Stardress mix once more. Leo Virgo mix. Okay. Oh, Light of Regulus. Oh, Shimmer of Spica. Leon Maiden. And this was amazing. Okay. It was cool seeing it, I say early on, but it was cool seeing it in the Wood Dragon God. And it's really great seeing it here with the Moon Dragon God art too. Really amazing. It doesn't matter how many of them you defeat. Mere humans have no chance against infinity. How about against the source of that infinity? That's what Urza said, and she goes right through to Yoko, but nothing. Yoko surprising Urza, and there's so many of them. Like really, Yoko pulling off the clone tactic. Okay, there's millions and millions of clones. He's like, so which one's real meat? And Urza's like, gotta wonder. Well, one of them has to be there, and she's able to deduce it. And Yoko's like, wait, what? Fluttering paper doesn't sound the same as a pair of lungs. How dare you? And now I'm going to put an end to infinity. And that leads us into chapter 79. Okay, and this is the last chapter that is covered in episode 22. The Inhuman Path Omagatoki. And you have Natsu doing what he's doing, same thing with Gray, same thing with Loki, same thing with Carla, Wendy, Virgo, Aquarius 2, same thing with Cancer, same thing with Aries, same thing with Lucy. Well, to be fair, Lucy and Aries and Cancer. Also, Plu's there, too. I forgot to mention that. Plu and Happy are there. They're all just trying to kind of run away. But it's still really cool. Got an unlimited amount of yokai versus against the gang with the assistance of the celestial spirits. Real awesome to see. Ugh. My yokai, but will you not protect me? Also, I just want to say, be sure to keep a bottle of water, jug of water. Just have something on you, okay? Because you never know when you're doing these streams how long they're gonna last. And especially in my case, and I'm kind of dealing with a bit of a sore throat. It's much needed. You're in the way. Damn you. I see. Most interesting. For you, I will need something I haven't used in a long time. And again, not just doing all this. And then he notices, wait a second. This dude has my scarf and he's like running towards them. Poor Natsu. Okay. I mean, I get it, a bit of a distraction, but still. What's this power? It's a spirit art by which I transform myself into a yokai. The inhuman path, Omagana Toki. She has 4 arms, and you're seeing what she's able to do. Really, really cool scene that we have between Yoko and Urza. Ah, you're a couple arms short. Guess you're right. And Urza going into Requiem with the 1,000 arms. So the 1,000 armed armor. How many hands do we have here for Urza? We have 1, 2. See, they call it the 1,000 armed armor, but I'm only counting 6 hands. Maybe, right? Let me see here. 1, 2. Yeah, 6 hands. So I don't know if calling it the 1,000 armed armor would have been what I would have gone for, but I mean, I get it. You need to have something really cool, a real nice arm. Each of my arms has its own save plug. I can move them all independently. Downside, it is a little heavy, I guess. I got it for the Magnolia Harvest Festival parade, but I think it'll be nice right here. And Yoko's like, wait, what? Looks like you're a few arms short, and she's able to take out Yoko like that. So, and I mean, before anybody says, oh, I can't believe Yoko got taken out just like that, keep in mind that they did defeat them. Okay, she did defeat Urza on her own. So, again, you lose one round, you come back the second round. So, it is that. I do kind of wish, because again, even though it was an adaptation from the manga, and they did a really good job demonstrating that, this is one fatal flaw I do think tackling 5 chapters for an episode does. And that, like, yeah, you're able to cover like almost all the material, but the thing is that I think you really could have benefited a lot by throwing in some throwing in some like extensions for the episode to a point where you actually do have like a really great fight scene between Urza and Yoko. I mean, the fight it's an okay fight. It's just a matter of that like it just and went by fast. That's my thing. Like faster than usual. And like I said, in the case of chapter 78, like if you're looking at it from the manga perspective, like this took up 2 chapters. Like it took up 2 chapters for the manga, which is fine. But like when you're looking at it from the perspective of an anime, and it's only 5 chapters you're adapting, which is still a lot of content. It blows by fast, like that's the thing. It goes real quick. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I do think you could have had this be like not its own episode, but you could have again given a bit of like some extensions here and there with the fight with the Urza and Yoko. That's just my one little gripe, I will say. But Yoko's defeated, all the yokai disappear. We're all saved. Like they're all relieved too that this is all going well. Then they realize, or at least Virgo realizes that, hey, yeah, Princess, I haven't seen Natsu in a while. And she's like, huh? Yeah, but where'd he go? Uh, uh, I think they might have got it. And Harry's just like, I'm sorry, it might be all my fault. And Capricorn's like, I believe I saw Master Natsu running up after a tea kettle wearing his scarf. And Horace is like, a tea kettle? I thought it looked more like a tanuki. More like a tanuki. And Natsu running after me like, hold it right there, you bouncing bastard. Give me back my scarf. And as that happens, Yoko disappears. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. This little Yoko here looking kind of straight like a mini Winnie the Pooh. What the hell? It's kind of funny, actually. It disappears. Thank goodness, I got my scarf back. Hang on, where am I? I don't see anybody else here. And this is where Suzaku shows up, okay? Confirming this must be Black Moon Mountain. Who the heck? And that is where the episode ends. It's just Natsu and Suzaku meeting one another, and it's a good episode ending, okay? It's a really great ending for an episode. And even though I do have some gripes I've said with the episode, with us kind of like speed blitzing through. Like the speed blitz was kind of there last week, yes, but it definitely showed in this episode a lot. Okay, like we went by quick, and in my opinion, again, fast pacing is always a good thing. Like it's never a bad thing to have quick pacing, but when you're like speed blitzing through an arc like this one, I think it's really time. And as an anime adaptation, I do think that is somewhat of a hindrance for 100 Years Quest. At least in my opinion, that's kind of a hindrance in its own right, you know? But, because, again, take this into account. From an adaptation standpoint, we get everyone back to normal. We get Yoko, okay? And there's a lot you could have actually done there, okay? There really is. But, again, content-wise, we do cover a lot, and it's not without its faults, okay? I do think you could have dedicated the Urza and Yoko fight for, like, its own episode. Hell, that could have been next week's episode, okay? You could have, I think JC staff, and they've done a great job, okay? Regardless of what some people want to say about how the anime adaptation has been for 100 Years Quest, I do think they've done a great job. Not perfect, obviously, but this is probably, my opinion, one of their weaker episodes. It probably. Because, and I get it, because Selene is a really, really big character. And, again, while it is great to see this content, okay, animation was great. Animation was great, not perfect, but it was great for the most part. But like I said, we just speed blitz, like real speed blitz. That's the only way we're doing. Okay, and you got to keep in mind with where this arc started. Okay, like let's actually look at 100 Years Quest. Like really look at it right now. Okay, so 100 Years Quest. Keeping this in perspective, the Water Dragon God arc was 7 episodes. And I remember thinking early on, like, hold on, that's kind of crazy. Because in my head, when I thought about the 100 Years Quest, especially for its first season, I thought, okay, episode 12 will probably be the cap-off point for the Water Dragon God arc. And then the Wood Dragon God arc we cover from episodes 13 all the way until episode 25. That was my mindset going into this first season. But the fact that we're here now, actually, now that I think about it, hold on. It's kind of, yeah, it's almost kind of mimicking the Water Dragon God now that I think about it. Because look at this. First 7 episodes of the anime covered Water Dragon. And then 11 episodes to the Wood Dragon God arc. Then you have, so far anyway, 5 episodes. Well, it's going to be 5 starting with tomorrow's episode. It's going to be 5 with episode 23. But if you're counting 24 and 25, that's again another. That's at least another 7 episodes. Like, and I'm gonna because if you look at the manga, the Moon Dragon God arc, looking at it, is only 26 chapters. That's all it is. No, not 26. My fault. It's 27 chapters. That's how long the Moon Dragon God arc is. So really, if you look at it, the Moon Dragon God arc, and I thought this would have been like season 2 material. Could have had a lot more time spent on this arc for like, at the very least, the first half of season 2. But regardless, Moon Dragon God, I would still say is a pretty good arc. Like, even in terms of the manga. But I will say, pacing-wise and everything, the manga would probably be the best way to get. I'll be real. Like, for anyone who's looking at the anime, I will say for this arc in particular, see how it's paced in the manga, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. But you gotta probably wonder because as far as the anime goes, I really haven't had too many gripes, and this episode was kind of the first one that I saw that. So, given that, what are my thoughts? What's the rating for episode 23? I'm gonna go with good plus. Maybe great. Great is pushing it. But I will say this is a good plus episode. Okay? The only hindrance I will say is the pacing. Like, it really, I'm gonna sound like a broken record in this stream, but it's like we're speed blitzing. That's it. Because it really just feels like we're just getting through the Moon Dragon God arc. And it doesn't feel like it's getting treated with the. I say it doesn't feel like it's getting treated with the proper love and care that it's getting, because it kind of is. But I say that in a way that has me worried about the fight we're about to get. Like, because keep in mind the whole. Actually, yeah. If I look at it, let me think real quick. So episode 23. How many chapters do we have left? Because we covered up until chapter 79, right? So, oh my god. At least. Yeah, no, at least, I might have a good idea where 23 could end. Yeah, I have a pretty good idea where we can end off at episode 23. And to an extent, I have a pretty good idea where we can end off episode 24 also. But, I mean, it really depends. It really does depend. I will say right now, it's sitting at a good plus. And depending on episodes 24 and 25, it could probably, at the very least, bounce to a great. At least. But for now, I'm going to give it a good plus. It's a good plus episode of Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest. Let me know what you guys' thoughts were on this episode. Did you guys have any gripes with this episode of 100 Years Quest? What was your favorite part about it? Did y'all guys get emotional with the Lucy and Aquarius moment? Because that was easily a big highlight. I love that moment, and of course, seeing all the spirit keys were really amazing too. It was really great seeing that, and of course, getting the setup for Natsu and Suzaku. That's going to be really amazing to see with episode 23 also. But aside from that, guys, that's pretty much all I have to say. I'm Lucky Rave. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more fairy tale content, Hero Mashima content, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. Laters.